Hello everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. I started playing the other day with some masking fluid on some of these gel prints that I'd made, so I thought I'd just kind of continue a bit with that. This is a Winsor & Newton art masking fluid. There are lots of them out there. Oh, I've cross-threaded, that's annoying. There we go. There are lots of masking fluids out there. Graphics also have one. I'll show you that too. This is called Incredible White Mask Liquid Frisket. They have a product called Frisket, which is you can use as a masking thing as well, which I might even get out and do some masking with that too. This is the tool that comes with the graphics masking fluid. It's pretty cool because if you've played with masking fluid, you will know that it does trash paintbrushes if you use it with a paintbrush. I actually think, yeah, so this is a brush that I've used with the Frisket before. I'm just going to do some more patterns on these, set these aside to dry, and then I'll get my gel plate out again and do some gel printing over the top, and you can see how you can create some really fun backgrounds that you can use on your art journal pages. You know, just mark making. I'm going to write some words as well, I think. I kind of thought about doing that till just now. So, you know, you don't have to be adventurous. You can just do simple lines. You don't have to do them everywhere. We can do spots. It dries clear, but then when you go in with another medium over the top, like more acrylic paint, it will resist and it will leave the colour that's underneath peeking through. So it's just another really fun way to get marks and patterns onto your pages. So that looks like and obviously the more you put on, the longer it'll take to dry. But I'm going to put these to one side. It's quite warm in my studio today. So lots of fun. And of course, if you've got favourite stencils, you can paint through stencils as well. No reason why not. Even if you're just kind of getting, that's going to bleed under there, but you know, I'm all right. I'm all right with that. I don't mind that at all. Got an idea of a flower. These are some stencils from Kate, the lovely Kate Crane. I think for stencil use you need less on your brush to get a more accurate representation of what you're putting on your page. Too much and it will bleed underneath, obviously. Yeah, you can use stencils with them or just go in and make your own marks. You know what, I might sacrifice a thicker brush. Let's try a thicker one. This one. Oh, I like that. Yes. As long as I get this straight in water and then give it a wash with some washing up liquid, maybe even Murphy's oil soap, that would be really good, because it's got like a bit of a sort of rubbery compound in, as you'll realise when you come to peel off what you've drawn. This is drying quite quickly. It'll go transparent once it's dry. Be able to see through it. But it's part of the fun of this medium. It's like you're kind of creating really interesting patterns. Which of course then using this on the gel plate, we can go in and add lots of different layers over the top, and then we'll have layers of colours, but we'll still have this resist showing through. And I think once you let yourself kind of play with a medium like this, there are so many ways that you could use it. I've had this one quite a long time. Yeah, so that's the Winsor & Newton one. Let me put that over there. Now let me show you the graphics one. I'll try and put the lid back on that first one properly. There we go. So this is a very similar kind of consistency, and it's called Frisket, but it's a masking fluid. Let me move all these stencils out of the way. And this is the funky tool that comes with it. So you've got like a flat end here. I'm just going to snip some of this off. That is actually like liquid Frisket that's just dried on there. I must have just put that away without cleaning it. What, me? No, surely not. Yes. It's very satisfying to pull off though. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Right, so this one has got like a flat end that you can draw with. Making some cool marks. And kind of creating backgrounds like this would be a really fun way to create different collage papers that you could then make into a masterboard. It'd be lots and lots of fun. Okay, that one's quite blobby. It's going to take a while to dry, isn't it? Let's put that over there. I'll show you the other end. I think this end tends to be the one that I prefer. So with this one, you can get more kind of scratchy marks on your surface. Masking fluid has a very specific smell. It's not the most pleasant. So if you're not keen on odd smells, maybe do this outside if it's a nice day. But yeah, it's got a really strange odour. Not my favourite, but I love what you can achieve with it. So, you know, we'll put up with it. Right, let's go with, I haven't got any red yet, I don't think. I think I might go back to my brush. I'm just going to wipe the ends of that. Learn from my mistakes. It's quite sticky. Right. Just don't overthink. It's one of my mantras. Never used to be. I am cursed with the curse of overthinking. I'm better than I used to be, but you know, still a bit of a chronic overthinker sometimes. And I think this is why art journaling for me is so good, because I try to work fast. Then that way it means there's less chance of me getting in my own head. I try to work intuitively if I can. Picked up a hair, that's all right. I'm just popping these over out the way so they've got a chance to dry off. Some little flowers. Ooh, that's a lot. What should we do now? Oh, drops. Okay. We'll just go with that then. That will create quite a fun background as well, actually. Lots of concentrating. Getting lost in my own thoughts as well. This is a great way, like I say, to make those cool background pages. I can't wait to see how these come out when I start adding layers of colour over the top. I love these paler ones. Wouldn't it be really cool to go in with some dark colours? So you can get special, like, called cement rubbers, which help you lift the masking fluid off once it's dry. But it is also, it's lots of fun to kind of pull it off as well, because it kind of comes off in a really fun way. So, I haven't done any purple yet. You think I do love purple. I love using purple in my and pinks in my journaling, but it's a colour that I very rarely wear. I found a dress the other day that was gorgeous, a beautiful lilac colour. So excited about getting it, and unfortunately I've had to send it back because it just made me look like I was a box. Like, no, that's not happening. I'm not keeping that. Right. I might not use all these. Let's just do another purple one. Put those ones to one side. Okay. That is a very noisy dog. Sorry about that. That's not Lola. Although she is quite barky, she's not that barky. I think I might have heat damaged my mat, and I've been playing with shrink plastic. It's gone a bit, it's expanded. Okay. Right. So what I want to do now is looking at some of the ones that are dry already. That's Lola. I don't know if you can hear that. Right, I'm going to start adding on some bits of colour. So let me grab my gel plate. This is a very well loved gel plate, as you can see. Let me just wipe this up here. Okay, I'm going to grab some nice bright colours. I'm going to use Amsterdam acrylic paint because it works really, really nicely on the gel plate, and I have a ton of it I can use. I'll just get some colours out to start off with, and then I can always grab some more if I want them. So I'm just going to move some of these over here to dry. Oh, Freya. Dokes. So I'm going to start off with these ones here. think although I'm going to put paint over the whole gel plate, I am not going to cover all of every print with the same colour. So I'm going to use this like this, and I'm going to go and just add part of it on. So it kind of happens in stripes. Okay. And actually you can see that the gel, the masking fluid is leaving patterns on the prints as well. That's pretty cool. Let's grab this one. And let's go in with some there, because that's dry. And this one that had got some stencily bits on. So you won't see the magic on these until we've finished layering all the colours. I'm going to have a piece of mop-up paper, because I don't know if I want any more yellow right now. There we go, nice and clean. And we'll just brayer off what's left on there. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a nice deep pink. This is Permanent Red Purple. It's a pinky red, definitely. Got a bit less paint. I'm really good at popping out too much paint always. Do that. Right, so this one I'm going to go half like that, and so I might even overlap that onto the yellow. Cool. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do that one like that. So obviously you're going to get the colours that are on there already kind of playing with each other too. And once these are nice and dry, we can have some fun watching the marks come off. This is a turquoise. I think more recently I have just had that need to just play, to try new things with what I've got in my stash. I mean, look at that. That is so cool. I love that. Where did I put those other? I wonder if I can pick that up on a... So the masking fluid is also acting like a kind of mark making tool as well on the gel plate. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that. That is so cool. I'm going to have those handy. Right. Because that is a really fun like byproduct of these that have printed. The paint has come off the masking fluid onto the gel plate, and left all these marks, which I've then been able to pick up on another piece. Exciting. Right, let's use a bit of dark pink maybe. This is permanent red, violet light. If you've followed me for a long time, you'll know that is one of my absolute favourite Amsterdam acrylic colours. I love it. I haven't really used it as much recently. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let's just go in here and pick up a bit on the corner, a bit down here. Okay, so that's interesting. Not quite as fun, but still a nice colour. So that's a really nice purple. And here I might just come in and add another colour down that side. And again on this one, maybe another little corner there. And that one's already got purple on. That hasn't. Let's put a little bit up there too. So I need to really set these aside to dry. So I might just go and pin them up on my little washing line that I've got. This one. Let's see what happens if we put that on there. So, I mean, you can carry on and on and on. There is like literally no end to the amount of masking that you can do. This one wasn't quite dry. It'll be interesting to see what it does. Okay, quite like that. Might leave that as it is. Got some bits on my brayer. That's dry. That's just a really nice light coat on there. Right, I'm just going to peg these up so they can air off without sticking to each other, and I'll be straight back. Just hanging these up. I've got a little bit of string strung up in my studio with tiny little wooden pegs, and it's really useful for popping things up to kind of dry off a little bit, because eventually, you all know, you run out of floor space and then you're struggling. Right, okay, I am back. Let's grab a few more colours. That's a nice blue. Orange? I've got orange. Okay. Right. Let's go in with some pink again. So again, just layering up the areas. I will do some prints that are just blocks of colour as well. I think it's quite nice, isn't it, to have those different areas. Let's do this one just as a... I like that one. I think I might leave that like that. So some of my masking ones are not quite dry yet. find some that are this one. You are dry enough. And you. I love orange and pink together. They're such a happy combination. Got some stars on there. Cool. Isn't it fun when you discover a new process by accident? I kind of love that. I love that accidental discovery. Some of these are not quite dry, but they are dry enough. Oh, love that. Love, 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 love. Let's see if we can pick that up. Not on that one. Let's come on this one here. Oh, I think that's gone well. You can see those marks on there. Those are really cool. Okay, I've had enough of that pink, so let's just pick some of that up on here. And even though this is my mop-up piece, I'm getting some really pretty colours on here too. Really lovely. Okay, let's go in with yellow. Yellow, where are you? There. Let's go in with some yellow. Oh, look at that. That is cool. That is cool. Quick, quick, quick. Let's find one we can add that on. That. I'm so impatient. I'm really too impatient for gel printing. Often things are better if you leave them to sit. No, that's not happening. I can't do that. It's ridiculous. Find some more that are dry enough. This is a really spotty dotty one. I haven't done any red really yet. Let's go in with some red. Oh, that's bright. I like that. That is such a lovely red. That is Pyrrole red. Quite bold. So you don't have to lay the whole piece on, you can just put like a little edge on and I said I was going to leave that one, didn't I? I lied. Yeah, you can just smooth over the area that you want the paint to go on. It doesn't have to be over the whole thing. Okay. This is just a plain background. I just want to pick up some of that red on there just to make that colour pretty. Right, let's try a lighter colour. This is light rose. It's a really nice light pink. Oops, that's a lot of paint. These need to go and hang up, don't they? Just bring some areas of lighter colour. Yep, that will work. Go and hang some of these up next. Right. That's quite pretty, I like that. Let's do the same on that one there, that corner. Because what's going to happen when we pull that masking fluid off, we're going to get the pops of colour from what was behind. So hopefully by the time I've finished printing some of these, the first ones will be dry enough to have a look at and see what's happening. I just had an awful feeling then that I wasn't recording. I would have been so mad. Like, I have done that before. Got 40 minutes in and no, not recorded. It's very annoying. If accidents happen, I fell up the stairs this morning. There's, yeah. Honestly, tripped over my own feet. Hopeless. Right, just got a few left to go. Which are pretty much dry. Definitely dry enough to get going. So what I might do for this one is I've got a slightly bigger brayer which I'm going to grab. Oh, now that blue would be nice. When I say a slightly bigger brayer, I mean like an enormous brayer. I just found this brayer on Amazon. There are loads of places out there where you can find fairly cheap tools. You don't have to spend a fortune. I think that is going to be so pretty. Why didn't I just think of doing that first place? I don't know. There we go. Let's do the same on this one. Are any of these that I can use on here? So pick that up. I don't want to waste it. So I'm just mopping up with those. Okay, so those can hang up in a sec. Right. Oh, that's pretty. Just mopping up some extra bits here. You know when you like, I'm not sure if that'll work, just try it. It's only paper. It doesn't really matter, does it? If it doesn't work, you just know for next time. No, that's not going to work. If you don't try, you'll not know. But how much fun can you have in the process of trying stuff out? Picking up those patterns from the Resist, so much fun. Let's just get that on there. Cool. Okay. Oh, those are pretty. Side by side. They're very pretty. That's really funny because I would have said that was, if you see it on its own, yeah, it's quite red. It's not as red as that though. It's definitely more of a pinky red. That one's got more pinky tones in it. Over here, this one is still a little bit wet, but I'm going to whack it on anyway. Because I can. Oh, that's left a cool pattern. Let's pick that up. Okay, so it's there a little bit. It's not massively taken, but enough. This one is quite wet, so let's pop that on there. Obviously red and green, going to make a brownie colour. Yeah, it's like a slightly mucky red. But I do like that. That is pretty. Let's put that on there. Maybe that background was too dark for that, which is okay. I'll just hang these up. And of course the masking doesn't have to stop here. I might take it a little bit further with a couple once these are dry enough. Okay, literally got 2 to finish off. Phew, bless me. That might look quite nice on there. Is that the same as that? It's quite similar, isn't it? Excuse me. That's a Dina Wakley Orchid as well. Don't forget you could use black and white too. I mean, you know, there's no rule that says you have to use colours. Black and white are going to work perfectly well. There's a lot of paint on there, so I'm just going in and mopping up some of that paint on these pieces. Got sniffles now. Okay. I think I might have some masking fluid in there. Let's just get it spread out a bit. I don't want to waste these colours, so I'm just grabbing some of the other prints to pick them up. I might use these, I might not. Not really. It's not the end of the world, is it? Okay, so I'm kind of thinking that these need yellowy tones on them. Now, there is a little bit of pink and orchid left on here, and it might muddy this yellow, so maybe not. Yeah, I won't brayer it too much. There's too much paint on there because that's slid. Heavy-handed with my paint application. Okay, that'll do for that. Let's just pop a bit of yellow on there. And there. And that edge. Okay. I think I'm done. That one's going to take ages to dry. It's got so much on it. Let's just some yellow. I'm just going to pick some up on some of these pieces. Just so I'm not wasting it. Okay. Right. So I am going to keep the gel plate out because I might come back and do a little bit more masking on some of the first ones. Let's see. As if we do more masking before we remove the masking fluid, then we're going to have even more layers showing through. These ones are just going to have to go on the floor for now. So I've run out of hanging up space. I love the colours on that one, it's really pretty. Okay, are any of these dry enough? Yes. Yes. Excellent. Okay. That one, is that dry enough? Okie dokie. So masking, something you can do using actual masks from stencils as well. And I'll just quickly show you now. So on this one, if I went in with this colour, That's Lola talking to our neighbour. You can also make your own masks. You don't have to use bought ones. They're so easy. You just kind of cut up some bits of paper, stick them on. These masks that I've grabbed are from Natalie May Scrapbooking. There are so many out there. Dina's got some great ones. I designed these, of course. These are very good. And you pop them on where you want them to go, and what they're going to do, wherever they are, they're going to resist. When I put the paper on top here and rub round them, the layer underneath, the colour that's there on the paper already, will be protected, and what will show through will be around the leaves, hopefully. So we've created another layer, and then if I take that off, I can then grab one of these ones and pick up those prints that the leaves have made. So we're just adding more marks into the background, really. You get an imprint where the mask was. Okay, so we don't need that one. Let's put that away. Like I say, you can make your own. Dina Wakley has loads. I'll grab some Dina masks as well. I'm going to do one with some letters. Not necessarily going to say anything in particular. What colour should I do over this one? Maybe this nice pink. And maybe we just do a little... Oh, geez, that's a lot of paint. I was going to say we just do a little stripe down the middle of the bit, but I've put too much paint out, so I'm just trying to pick some up on my brayer. And remember, when you gel print, it will come... You have to put the things on backwards, so whatever the right way is, flip them over, because then they'll be facing the right way, she says confidently. Okay. I love this pinky red. It's so pretty. I'm actually getting covered in paint here. How cool is that? Right. I can probably get another one off that as well, actually. Let's go in with one of these mop-up prints. This is the sign of good playtime, isn't it? I like that. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, again, I can go in and use this to get another print. So if I grab one of these again, these are the ones that have no masking fluid on. Yep, and I can get another one off that too. Let's go in with this one. How cool is that? Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Right, let's grab some Dina ones. Oh, I've tucked those somewhere. Where are they? Here they are. Is that them? Yes. Okay. So you can make your prints as layered as you want them to be, really. Kind of know what colour to go in on this one with. Oh, what about turquoise? That's going to be really poppy. Poppy, poppy. I'm going to do this one first. Okay. And I'm going to use some of these leafy ones from Dina. There's another leafy one somewhere. There's loads. So many. Okay. So this is one that I've drawn on with masking fluid, and it's got a kind of leaf motif. Rhymes. Love it. I'm going to go round and press as carefully as I can. Definitely the less paint you use with this, the better the impression you will get. And I'm giving it a really good press because there's lots of little nooks and crannies. Look how cool that is. Oh my gosh. Right, I'm going to do the same on this one. Except I'm going to roll over the top as well. That's cool. Love it. Let's do it over the top of this one. The thing is with gel printing, it's like once you start, it's really hard to stop. Really hard, because you just go, oh, I'll just try that. And what's great about masking is you get like so many chances to pick up great images. So here comes another one. I'm probably going to be able to get another one off this too. Let's use my mop-up sheet. Look at that. How cool is that? Love it. I'm just trying to pick that bit up there. Yeah, that's just a mop-up sheet, but I do love the colours on that. Oh, they make me so happy. Right, okay, so I've done masking over masking. I'm going to do a bit more because I really like how those have come out. Let's hang those back up to dry off. Okay, let's find some more that are dry enough. I can kind of jazz these ones up a little bit, I think. Maybe a bit of pink again. And I don't clean any of my masks off, I just leave them because it doesn't matter. They're just going to get painty again. So Dina's got some really, really cool shapes in some of her older stencils and mask sets. I might just use some of these. I'm going to go in with that lovely pinky red again. And I like to have my shapes kind of coming off the edges as well, because I think that just does give a bit more like continuity. I'm going to use the corner of that there because I'm conscious I didn't really think about where I put those very carefully. Okay, so I'm going to give this a really good smooth, and then I'm going to go really carefully into all those nooks and crannies. How cool is that? The joy of this is that we won't see how cool this is, how cool these are, until we actually take the masking fluid away from these backgrounds. I think that's going to end up being my favourite one, you know. I'm going to take these off and put these back in my box. I literally just throw them back in, and then I'm going to grab one of these prints, my spare sheets. Okay, so you get the idea. Right, so come back to see the reveal. Come back next time to see the reveal. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.